Let's face it, if you work in Excel a lot, you might be wasting time if you do a lot of copying and pasting, which is oftentimes unnecessary. How about we show you some ways to work more efficiently by showing you some cool workarounds for copy and paste, and let's see if we can save you some hours along the way. Let's get into it. For our first example, let's say we have two lists, and for whatever reason, someone did not include the state column in one of our lists. Now, most people would do something like this. They would right-click on the column heading, then insert a new column. Next, they would go over here and select the states in the list, copy the cells, then go over to the destination column and paste in the copied cells. And sure, that could work, but there is a much easier way, and that is to do a right-click and drag with your mouse. Here's how it works. What you want to do is first select the cells you want to copy. In this case, it's the states. Then let your mouse hover on the border of the selection and make sure it looks like this four-headed arrow thingy. Then, right-click, hold down and drag, moving this green box to where you want the cells to be in your list. Once you get in the target area, let go with your mouse and you'll be prompted with this menu. Now at first, it may seem a little overwhelming, but after you read the options, they are pretty much self-explanatory. You just might need to practice placing the green box in the right spot when you drag. So in our case, we want to go with Shift Right and Copy. Let's go ahead and click on that, and you'll notice the cells have indeed been copied and the data has moved to the right. And sure, we may need to do some column resizing, but overall, much more efficient and less steps. Okay, moving on. For our next example, let's say you have to rearrange some of the columns because a column is in the wrong spot. For example, the order ID is in the middle of the list, and we want it to be over here on the far left-hand side. Start off by selecting a column. Then, just like the previous example, let your mouse hover on the border of the selection to get the four-headed arrow thingy. And this time, you want to hold down your Shift key, then click and drag. And you'll notice you'll get this I-beam following you. And all you have to do is drag the I-beam to where you want the column to be placed. The key here is to make sure the I-beam is vertical. Then, just let go with your mouse, and you're all set. Moving on, a question that may come up is, can you use this click and drag method across sheets? And the answer is yes, you just have to do a little bit of prep work. For example, here on this sheet, we can see that someone did not include the state column, and we need to copy the state from this sheet over here. Now, the prep work is just two steps. You have to open a new window, then you have to arrange them. To open a new window, you want to click on where it says View, then choose New Window. Think of this new window as being the same file opened twice. Next, from the View tab, you want to click on Arrange All, then, in the dialog box, click Tiled. And this is going to place your open windows next to each other. From that point, you might need to move your sheets around so you can see both of them. And once you're done that, you want to select the column you want to copy. In this case, it's the state column. Let your mouse hover on the selected area and get our good friend, the four-headed arrow. Then, right-click and drag across your screen to the destination. You want to look for this green box. And when you get into the target area, just let go. You want to check out our menu choices. And in this case, it stands to reason that we want to go with Shift Right and Copy. And there we go. Okay, so admittedly, not the smoothest of things, but just wanted to show you can use this click and drag method across sheets if that's something you'd like to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you like this method or if you prefer something else. Okay, so for this last example, let's say you want to copy the results of this formula over here because you want to show the numbers only. Now, most people know that a standard copy and paste won't work because Excel will copy the formulas and not the numbers. So what they end up doing is a copy of the cells, then they go up here and click on Paste, Paste Special. Then in the dialog box, they select Values and click OK. That's all right, yet we can leverage our right-click and drag technique we saw earlier. So if we select our cells, let's hover to get the four-headed arrow, then right-click and drag, moving the green box up here. Then, as we release our mouse, we can read the options, and it stands to reason that the option we want is to use the copy here as values only. And there we go. Okay, some final thoughts. This video is really geared towards the people that like to use the mouse when they use Excel, yet a strong case can be made for using keyboard shortcuts since they really are quicker and more efficient. The downside is you have to memorize them. So my suggestion is if you find yourself repeating the same action and not using the keyboard, it might be worth it to learn the keystrokes. Okay, and that'll do it for this one. Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't be shy about liking and sharing this video as well. And we will see you in the next one.